Okay, so we stop at Steve Jobs last video. So we need here to change or add screen. So let's see on blocks too. Okay, so we already have here the blocks. So let's go back to designer and add screen. So this time, based on my list, I'm going to insert Bill Gates. So Bill underscore Gates must be the same with the one we have here on screen 1, vertical arrangement 2 blocks. This one, Bill underscore Gates. So let's go back to Bill Gates designer. Now don't forget to specify the screen orientation to portrait, open screen animation to zoom, and close for fade. Next, I'm going to align horizontal and vertical into both centers. Okay, now let's insert the necessary or useful layouts. So we do need the horizontal arrangement at the top for the picture. So the height for this is 51%. Next is horizontal arrangement as well. That's fill parent, and another horizontal arrangement here, which is 7% for the height. Okay, so we're going to set them all into fill parent for the width. Okay, so if we're going to change the orientation or the placement of pictures as well as the text here. So if we're going to look at Steve Jobs, so Steve Jobs picture here as well as his name and details about himself, description is placed here on the left side of the screen, and on the right side are all of his inventions. So on Bill Gates, we're going to change this. So on left side, we're going to use this for the inventions, and the right side for his picture and name and the brief description about himself. So let's insert here the vertical arrangement. So the height of it is 50% since we use 51. So I'm going to set this first into center, all of them, center. Now let's go back to horizontal arrangement 1. Let's enter horizontal arrangement here besides the vertical arrangement. Height 50%, same. This one, width is 50%. Then the horizontal arrangement, I'm going to set it into fill parent. Okay, right there. Next, vertical arrangement as well here, and as well on this. So we're going to use both vertical arrangement for the upper part of our app. So fill parent for the height, then 50%. This one, let's set this into 50%. And the other one is fill parent right there. Now since we do have here the layout, let's insert the necessary tools. So we need the image 1. I'm going to set this into center except here. So I'm going to return it into top. Center. Okay, now on this one we're going to insert image 2, image 3, then image 4, image 5. So next, let's adjust them into both fill parent. Height, width, they're both fill parent. This one we don't need to insert image, we can just only need to replace the image or a picture of Bill Gates for this. Next, here we do need a label one, that's for the name, and this one is for the description. So let's change the font. I want it in bold. Monoscape. Then label height. I want the height of, let's set them both in fill parent for the width. Okay, right there. Are there okay? Control center. Height for, let's see, now Steve Jobs, for his name we use 20. So let's go back to Bill Gates. So his full name is William Henry, is that William Henry Gates the third? Is that correct? Let me see. William Henry Gates the third. Okay. Now, if we're going to use size 20, that's too. So we're going to change the height into maybe 10%. Yeah, right there. So we're going to use this size. Next is the description about himself. So on text box 2, we just only need to place it here, enter. If the text is too long, we're going to decrease the size of the font style, or maybe up to 12. Yeah, right there. Okay, so we have his. Then let's provide his picture here. So this one, I wanted to use this. So save image as Gates. Now remember again, maybe you're going to use some pictures from online that are not compatible with the MIT App Inventor, and make sure that you're going to download this an JPEG file extension or PNG file extension. Okay, so let's add here image. So since I need to upload it here, so that's Bill Gates here. I want his picture to be displayed on this side. So let's for okay right there. Then let's look for his inventions. So to go to first here is the Microsoft Office. For example, I just only need to place it here, Microsoft Office or Microsoft Windows. Maybe this one. Oh no, this one. Okay, right here, save image as. Just okay, same folder. So for example, on this one, let's gather the picture. Okay, this one is a PNG file extension. So 2, 3, 4, and all of his pictures here. So let's add the buttons. Button 1. Oh no, back button. So we're going to rename it cancel. Rename this into like this. Okay, this one. So we're going to rename it as back button, small back button. Here is we use what now we're going to use Steve Jobs. Let's see about Steve Jobs. That's the name of the button. Then change the text into 1, since Steve Jobs are our first inventor, my first inventor. Then followed by second button here. So on second button, now it's text for button 1. We need to change this text into 2. Oh no, we're currently on number 2, so we're going to change it into 3. Rename this as Who's the third inventor? Mark. So that's the name of the button, Mark. Then we need another 2 buttons here. Let's change the text here into 4. Enter. And last one is 5. This one is 5. So for number 4, this one 4, we're going to rename this as Jack Dorsey. Then 5 is, let's rename this into Evan Williams. Right there, so we do have this. Now let's go back to Steve Jobs. Let's go to block. So we have here available 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 codes to use. So what we need to do, instead of gathering this again at once, we just only need to put it right here inside, since we're just only going to use same blocks for each screen. So right there. So let's go to Bill Gates. So it's blank. So let's open our backpack here. So I have here the last back button. Yeah. Then Bill Gates, Mark, Jack Dorsey, and Evan Williams. Now, if you're going to look at it, there's a warning under Bill Gates' name. Why? Because we're currently on Bill Gates' name, and we don't need a navigation button to go to his screen or page, because we already on that. So we just only need to change this into Steve Jobs and type here correctly like this, that Steve Jobs. So Steve, no, capital Steve Jobs. Okay, so right there you do have for your second, that is your first, second, and we just only need to go back to designer for the next inventor. Okay, see you next time. Bye.